So when it comes to living in New Jersey, I think a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions of what it's actually like living here, because I mean, the majority of people would know, you know, the areas that are close to New York, or even like the Jersey Shore. Of course, we've all seen the Jersey Shore, but that's not really the reality of the overall living situation in New Jersey, because it's super diverse. I mean, depending on where you live in New Jersey, we have different dialects, culinary differences, diversity, and you know, there's a mix of lifestyles. You have urban, rural, suburban lifestyles that, you know, depending on where you are, that's what you're gonna see. Just so you guys know, yes, New Jersey is primarily mostly suburban, but it doesn't mean everywhere you go is going to be suburban. So if you go towards, you know, the northern part of New Jersey, northeast part of New Jersey, I want to make that clear because we are going to talk about the northern part. In the northeast, you're going to find that it's going to be very urban. So just to give you guys kind of like a reference, that's where you're going to find, you know, Hoboken. I know everybody knows Hoboken, and Jersey City. That's going to be very urban. So that's the type of feel that you're gonna find in those areas. And then once you start going towards a little bit more south, you're gonna have that suburban living. But the good thing is that you're gonna have the urban amenities as well.
That's one thing that New Jersey does have. You have a kind of a mixture of both. And like Laura said, those northern parts are going to be very urban-like. You know, it's not going to be like New York City. It's not going to be like Manhattan, but it's
close. Jersey City is close.
It's close, but it's nothing compared to that. But it is a city for New Jerseyans, because if you come down to Union County, Middlesex County, you're going to realize that this lifestyle there is very suburban. And if you go even more south, and like Laura said, all the way up north, it's going to be very rural. You're not going to get a lot of the city feel, but you're going to get kind of the mixture of both the more central you're at here in New Jersey. And before we continue with the video, guys, I'm Luca, this is Laura, relocation team here. If you are looking to make this move here, make sure to give us a call, text, or email to this number coming up any second now. We love helping people out, especially coming from other states, and we'd love to help you out.
Guys, and if you're not ready, we are dropping videos every Monday and Fridays. So definitely stay tuned if you want to learn everything you need to know before relocating to our state.
And make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, you're notified every single time we upload a video, so you'll be on time every single week.
Yeah, so like he was saying, like if you go, you know, northwest, that's like day and night. Because that's where you're gonna get rural. You're gonna have Sussex County, Warren County, which we're gonna touch on in a little bit. But that's like day and night. It's very rural. It's gonna be completely different. I know that Sussex County is bordering like upstate New York, so it's gonna have that feel, okay? And then, you know, once you go to Central Jersey, like we mentioned, Central North Jersey, I don't know, it's a big debate. It's gonna be suburban, but with urban features, which is great. Because once you start going down, that's where you're gonna find the beach towns. And then from there, it's just gonna get super suburban, or, you know, a mixture of suburban and rural.
So when you're coming to New Jersey, make sure that you're coming into expecting a suburban feel overall. Don't think it's gonna be like the city. Like it's not gonna be like Jersey City, Hoboken, all over New Jersey. That's gonna be its own little section. But make sure that when you're coming here, expect that suburban feel.
And of course, with that being said, since, you know, New Jersey overall is very different depending on the area, of course, the cost of living is also going to vary. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious that the more we are to New York, the higher the cost of living is going to be. And the more we go to those rural areas and a little bit more south, that's when you start getting the affordability. But also keep in mind, it really does depend on where you live, because some areas down south are almost as much as, you know, maybe up north. So it really depends.
And for you guys to get some reference, an average one family home here in New Jersey is going for around $500,000 in this past year. And depending on what county you're going to be in, it's really going to vary how much money you're going to spend. Like for example, there in Hudson County, an average home is going to be going for around $550,000. And, you know, certain parts are going to be more expensive. I'll give you an example, like Jersey City. There's part of Jersey City, you're going to get properties hitting way over $1 million. Hoboken, exactly the same thing. So, you know, it's really going to depend on the location you're going to be living in. And if you go a little more south to Essex County, it's going to be around 600,000 for one family. And above Hudson is Bergen County, and you're getting 700,000 for one family. So you're really seeing that depending on the county, and not so much the county, depending on the actual town or city you're going to be living in, is how much money your dollar is going to stretch. And it's all going to depend on what style home you're going to get to, because in Hudson County, a lot of condos, a lot of townhouses. And in Bergen County, you can find a little bit of mixed properties as well.
Yeah, and if you go a little bit more south, because I know that's super north, Union County is still considered North Jersey as well. I mean, some people will say it's central, but you can find single families for $575. And guys, we're talking about this is the average. That means there's houses that, you know, are going for way more than that, and there's houses that are, you know, more affordable than the $575. And then you also have Middlesex. Middlesex is already coming a little bit central. And that's going to be in the 520s. So you can see that it becomes a little bit more affordable as you start going down. But again, there is towns that it goes way over that.
Right, and something I have to make sure you guys understand is that you can be next door to one town and paying maybe double the amount. I'll give you a perfect example. Westfield, you're finding properties way over $1 million. If you go a few minutes away from Cranford, you can find a good property for the 700, 800,000. So it's all going to depend on what you are living in, and that's something that gets a lot of people that you know, they don't understand that certain towns are more expensive, and usually the more expensive one have the better school districts, because here in New Jersey we have amazing school districts depending on the county and town. So that's also going to vary a lot on the school districts and the taxes overall.
But still hitting on the north part of New Jersey, there is a lot of affordability. Like we mentioned, Sussex County and Warren County, they're a little bit more rural, but you can find properties there for the high threes. Which is amazing, because in this area, Union County, northeastern part, at that price, it doesn't really exist anymore. Okay, and then like we mentioned, once you start going a little south, it's definitely going to be more affordable. Like if you go all the way south, you can find properties in the 2s and the 3s, just like in the northwestern part of New Jersey. But I do have to mention the beach towns like Monmouth County, Ocean County. They're not the most affordable areas in New Jersey when it comes to the properties down south. Those are probably going between the 5s and the low 7s. And
so if we're talking about properties, something you need to expect is the style of home. So the more northeastern we're at, the more closer we get to New York City, that's going to get you a lot of properties that are very near each other. Okay, so a lot of people, when they come here, they don't realize how tight a lot of these homes are.
Yeah, it's definitely densely populated.
Especially in the Jersey City area, you're going to find a lot of houses that are even attached to each other. In Union County, you can find a little bit more land, but for example, in Elizabeth, Linden, a lot of homes are going to be just a couple feet from your neighbor. You know, you're not going to get that much side yard. You might get a nice amount of backyard, but just expect that if you're coming here, especially in kind of the northern eastern parts, you're not going to get that much land. You know, you're going to be paying a lot more for the land, but not get as much land if you go down south or to the west, because even going to Middlesex County, once you go into like the middle of Middlesex County, you're gonna find that have a pretty good distance from your neighbors. Sometimes you have a pretty good backyard. Sometimes, depending on the location, you even have a lot of backyard. But just expect that if you want to be kind of a local to New York City and be able to commute, the land, you're not gonna get that much space between your neighbors at all.
And when it comes to the walkability, yes, New Jersey, we are known to be a car-dependent state.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that there isn't walkability. There's definitely walkability when you live down the shore. There's definitely walkability within the towns itself, but you know, to get from town to town, you know, it's gonna be you definitely need a car. As for big cities like Jersey City, let's say you live in the downtown area, I'm pretty sure a lot of people there do walk, especially like maybe if you live in Hoboken, just because the traffic there and, you know, the parking space, it's just very hot, it's rough. So a lot of people in those areas, they do have a lot of walkability. However, that's not the case for the rest of New Jersey.
So like expect if you want to go somewhere, you're gonna have to drive. But once you get there, you're gonna be able to walk around.
Right.
So it's like it's gonna be extremely crucial to have a car. But the nice thing is that once you get to Jersey City, once you get to Elizabeth, once you get to Hoboken, even once you get to certain parts of Middlesex County that have nice downtown areas like Woodbridge, you're gonna be able to walk around after you get there. So you're definitely gonna need a car. A short distance for us is maybe 30 minutes. That's not far. You know, a lot of states, 30 minutes might be a long time, but for us, 30 minutes is gonna be normal, especially if you're trying to get down to your shore. It's gonna take about an hour. But once you get there, you can definitely walk around everywhere you want to go.
The more northern you are, the less you kind of need a car as well, because we do have a lot of transportation. So I know a lot of people, you know, they do commute that way back and forth from New York if they were relocating previously from New York. But I do also want to say we're not like Florida. In Florida, you do need a car. Everything's a highway. And 30 minutes is like literally like 3 minutes in Florida. For them, a good drive, it's like if it's like over an hour, you're fine. It's not that far. But, you know, that's just the differences here.
And something we're very known for in New Jersey is that we have amazing food and cuisines. You know, a lot of the culture from New York came here in the past few years, and we began a lot of good pizza, a lot of good Italian places.
Yes, let me say, New York is known for pizza, but New Jersey is known to have the best pizza. Okay, we're gonna get comments for that.
Yeah, we're gonna get comments for that, but you do. Yeah,
but that's a fact.
That's a fact. You know, you want to do your research. We've definitely been ranked one of the best ones when it comes to pizza. And you know, we're
like the capital of diners too. We have the most diners in the country.
So it's something that, you know, a lot of people kind of don't even realize that New Jersey has those benefits. But we've been to many different states, and I think...
Oh my God, tell them about your experiences.
You know, when the food hasn't been great in a lot of states, and here in New Jersey, the food just tastes so much better.
It's just right?
It's just right. And I feel like we have so much culture in the state that we also get a lot of different options. You get a lot of Latin, a lot of different...
it's very diverse here.
Extremely diverse. And, you know, we were raised in Union County. And here in Elizabeth, you're going to find all types of food, especially you go to Jersey City. That's going to have a number of different options when it comes to different culture as well. Yes. So that's something that if you are coming here, you're going to have to be expecting to maybe gain some weight, because you're probably going to be eating out a lot. And the nice thing is that once you get to those locations that are the food hubs, you're going to be able to walk around. Like, we'll give you a few good downtown areas. You have the Hoboken, Jersey City, Morristown. You have Westfield. You have Woodbridge.
Elizabeth downtown.
Elizabeth downtown.
Full of food.
And if you,
cuisines,
it's nuts. And I especially like the Jersey City area, because you're gonna find a lot of different options depending on what part you are in Jersey City.
All right, guys. So that's our take on New Jersey. I know for everybody, New Jersey is just New Jersey and the Jersey Shore. But, you know, it has a lot to offer, and it's literally a melting pot wherever you go.
So if you're looking to make this move here, you know, this is just going to help you out, kind of get adjusted once you get here, understand how it is to live in New Jersey, because, you know, everybody knows about traffic and the taxes, but in reality, if you are moving here, you need to know how to actually be a local and live in New Jersey. And if you are looking to make that move here, make sure to reach out to us. Again, you know, I'm Luca, this is Laura, your relocation team here. Our number is going to be coming up any second now. Make sure to give us a call, text, or email. And if you're not ready yet, make sure to leave a comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified every single time we upload a video, because we're dropping these every single week. So until next time, take care, and we'll see you soon.